Hello, my friends. Welcome to the studio. This is McFarland's Corner. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide, your host. Yes, it is the weekend. It is Friday afternoon before a round of more storms come in, but it's 1:30 Friday afternoon, May 2nd. Happy May. And you notice that I don't have anything here on the 402 on the board. Well, that's because it's been stable all week until we had the rain the other night, as I talked to. It was 407.8 basically all week until yesterday, or the day before, Wednesday night. And Wednesday we rained hard enough that right now the lake is 403.30, which is 3 inches over pool, okay? So we're going to go ahead and write that down on the board as of this morning. But here's the reason I haven't done anything. It was all the same, and I'm shocked to tell you they have not opened the gates. That's the reason I haven't said anything. I figured the gates were going to get ripped open and this thing was going to go up and down and all that, so I didn't even watch it. It's been sitting stable for 3 days now, around the 402, 27-ish, or 403, 27, 403, 30. There's no gate open right now, which is tremendous. It means that the lake raised about 5 inches and is stable. And certainly there's trickling water still going in. What's that do? Puts those fish up in that junk where they already kind of were in the first place. Remember, we were stable. They had stabilized the lake. It was sitting around 402.78, 402.80, which is 2 to 3 inches below full pool. Had a good week of stability. Fish were using the shallows real well. We were catching fish on frogs and buzzbaits and top waters. This just made it better. But it made it more difficult. Okay, because this brings it up into junk. So, again, welcome to the corner, but that's the start of the show. That's the tip of the show. For your report this week, if you aren't throwing your bait in stuff, you're not catching the right fish, because them big fish are up in it. They love that fresh water. There is nothing hot about 68 and 72 degree water temper range. I have seen some 77 in the afternoons on some days, but that parameter says shad spawn. That parameter says happy bass. They're post-spawn bass starting to eat and school back up and act like bass. Lake Fork is fishing very well, but it's what I call hodgepodge. It's a hodgepodge. It's junk fishing. You might find a frog bite on Monday. You might find a popper bite on shad spawn on Tuesday, and neither one are there again, and especially in the same area. So it all depends on how you want to go about fishing, but there's bass guarding fry, which are males. Well, fortunately for us on Lake Fork, males get up to 6 pounds. There's a lot of males starting to guard fry. There's still some fish that are spawning. So it's a hodgepodge of how you want to approach it. You can start fishing out with worms, shaky heads, and points, and things like that. And don't go too deep. Fish shallow. But you can start fishing kind of like a pre-summer pattern, but don't think pre-summer pattern. Just back out a little bit, points and things, and go fishing. You can catch fish. But the best thing is get out there and throw top water, all right? So this is a public report again. Lake being 402.30, which is 3 inches over pool, 0 to 1 clarity depending on where you are. Big question here, did the lake get messed up and turned dirty because of this recent rains? No, it didn't. It actually came up 5 inches and it really didn't get that muddy in most places. Again, those temperatures are beautiful. All I can recommend you do is if you aren't catching fish, slow down, because this lake is full of fish from one end to the other. And there's a lot of times you might want to move and groove and move to find fish. But if there's one thing I've learned about Fork in the last 12 years, and certainly moreover in anything than the last 2, is that there's fish in every single creek, every single arm, every single finger. There's fish offshore. The lake is really, really populated with big fish. And sometimes it's not about moving and trying new spots as much as it's about slowing down and fishing those spots in those areas more thorough. That's really it. And especially with live scope these days, you can take live scope and really narrow down the right part of a cove or creek or arm to be on. And you can hunt, at least you don't have to hunt the bass, hunt cast to catch like you see guys doing on TV. But you can use the live scope to find the life, where is everything? and eliminate a lot of water where there isn't life. Okay, that's my best tip for you. One more quick tip: if you're throwing the ChatterBait vibe jig type thing, something you really like, if you want to save some money, you don't have to use jackhammer no more. 2 years ago, I would have told you the jackhammer will outfish all the other chatterbaits, all the other ones on the market for a lot of good reasons. And it was a fact. You could ask 100 pros, and 99 out of 100 of them most likely would tell you the jackhammer is the way to go. Made by Evergreen in Japan, sold through Z-Man here in the States. Okay, so Z-Man has now made what's called the Evo. And what Evo means is highly evolved performance. Evo, evolved. And since Z-Man owns the rights in the United States for the original ChatterBait, what they simply have done is evolved the performance of their bladed jig. And it, to me now, number one, it's equal, better than the jackhammer and all of its professional points. Okay, it has 2 keepers for your keeper. It's made with tungsten. It has all the same build because it's Z-Man's patent. Okay, not Evergreen's. It's the original ChatterBait evolved. And get this, $9.99. Not $9.99. Not 18 or 21 or 22. You don't have 2 businesses in it. Evergreen, Z-Man, they both want their cut. So Z-Man has now produced a quality ChatterBait called the Evo. It's called the ChatterBait Elite Evo. I highly recommend it. Save you a lot of money. And if you like to spend the money, you can at least get 2 for 1. All right? 2 Evos for the price of 1 Evergreen. Will not regret it. All right, they got everything so much similar. The weight is put on the head of it like the Evergreen. It's pretty like that. I mean, Evo, way to go. All right, real quick, it is the weekend. I'm gonna get you guys caught up on a couple other really important things. Other lakes. Remember, we do other lakes. We give you a bunch of other lakes. We give Lavon, Possum Kingdom, OH, Ivy, Bodark, Athens, Lake, Welsh, and more. There's a lot of lakes in these areas that fish really, really good when Fork's not sometimes. And we do give those reports in our members-only channel. And we also give a more detailed report for Lake Fork with specifics, key areas to fish, what parts not to fish. But just more detail in the members only channel. Look at the description below the video. Click on the link. Become a member. We'd love to have you. But now I'm going to tell you about the crappie. So Jackie Wiggins has really been catching the crappie now post-spawn. He's not having to use live bait because these fish are hungry. So he says that number one, the crappie fishing is really settling into post-spawn early summer patterns. We should see this for the next few months. Incredible numbers of small black crappie. They're really loading up on the brush piles, laydowns, bridges, docks. The larger black crappie are a little hard to find, but you can find some of those nice groups out there too. The bigger white crappie are also beginning to load up in the summer patterns in trees. Tremendous amount of fry covering up a lot of those same trees. So it's interesting. They must have spawned out there in the tops of those trees. That's what I would imagine. I guess fry swims out there. But anyways, you can find fish 10 to 30 foot. In some cases, they may be 2 foot under the surface or right all the way. How do you say this? And in some, may only be 2 feet under the surface or right all the way on the bottom. So it's just a fun time of year to find them really scattered up offshore, but they do group up and you can fill your limits. He says we are seeing some 5-hour trips with almost 200 fish boated. That's insane. Tons of patterns are working, like I said. Hand-tied jigs, those are producing really, really well. If you're not catching fish, go to the minnow. But he said it's good enough. You should be able to save the money and not have to buy minnows right now. They're biting out well. All right. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button if you found this good. Comment below. Share with your friends. If you're coming to Lake Fork, I will tell you a few things. Our schedule is completely full. I really only have about 2 days left in May that are available. Would love to have you. If you want to come to Lake Fork, however, I do have buddies that are willing to have a little discounted rate. Offer you guys the same service I would fishing, but they know the lake and they're great guys on the lake, and I can put you with the right guy still get you out on the water, get you on some of the same fish I might even be fishing for, just with one of my buddies, one of my buddy guys. So if you're interested in that, hit me up, private message me, and I'll get you in contact with those guys. And I said, you know, they'll probably work a pretty good discounted rate right now too for you. Not for any other reason, but just to get you on the water. All right. So appreciate you. Again, hit the members link in the description. Come on, let's see you. Let's see you watch some more stuff and learn more about what's really happening on Fork. I'd love to share it with you. Thanks for watching.